Time to turn the page, MP.
Anytime that needs to be addressed, please text the word Raptors along with your issue and seat location to 55555. And your our guest relations team will respond immediately.
You don't want to skip out on the next Raptors home game, anybody, because you will all get a Northside Crew t-shirt.
The National Basketball Association and the Toronto Raptors are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any destructive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, or entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest.
At point guard, 5'9", number 28.
Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Now we'll look at the stats for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Irving on the wing along with Thompson. Big man on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. And it's Doncic in at the 1. And for Toronto, they've got Pirtle. Dick is out there with Barrett. And it's Abaji in at the 4 slot. One thing Shams here talked about, banning top 10 pick protections in trades. Why is that?
We saw Dallas absorb a big fine a couple years ago, but then they drafted Derek Lively, and it truly worked out for them. So if you're going to avoid that, maybe it's better to change the trade rules to avoid those kinds of incentives. But Dallas really, I think if they could do that over again and absorb the fine, they would want it to be double the amount, the way that Derek Lively looked and the way that he played.
Well said. I totally agree.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Here's Dick. And the rejection by Gafford. He lobs it up. Out to Thompson. Fires from deep. And Pirtle pulls it down.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Pass to Dick. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Near the 3-point line, it's Doncic. And the jumper is on the mark.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Pirtle with a screen on Doncic. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The three, and the three ball is good. Doncic has got 5.
Fearless, as always. Doncic loves to fill it up from deep.
Here's Dick. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Screen by Pirtle. From outside the arc, Mavericks with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Doncic outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
And the Mavericks with possession here. The Raptors getting the bucket. Now, Doncic. He has 5. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Dick with it. No scoring in this one. And it's in there.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Doncic kicks to Irving. Gafford sets the pick for Irving. And the 3 off target. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
The first one falls.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And both free throws good for Dick. Well, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution, maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those two teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are two teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
A chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Huh? What a group. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Well, he has wasted no time making his presence felt, and he's setting a very high standard for this year's rookie class.
Now, here is Irving. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Washington.
You know, Irving isn't just a perimeter player. He's so dynamic inside as a scorer. His strength is savvy, tough to keep the defense on balance.
Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching the players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the floor.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Both free throws, good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to Dick. And the rejection by Gafford.
Boy, you see the great timing of Daniel Gafford on the defensive end.
Washington, that's good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Into the lane. Doncic with the block.
Boy, Luka has decided he wants to become a more complete defensive player. How about choice on the pipes?
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Onside, Barrett. Clock at 6. Knocks down the three ball. He's got 10.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Gafford passes to Irving. Here's Doncic. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And it's 7 points for Luka Doncic.
You guard against the drive of Luka Doncic, but that opens you up to the mid-range ability, and Luka lets you feel it from that distance.
Pass to Dick. Onside, Barrett. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Dick can't get it to go.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. PJ can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Olenek, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And quickly in for Grady Dick. Toronto's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. to Abaji. Olynyk, a screen on Doncic. And Barrett slams it in.
Boy, the handles of R.J. Barrett on full display. What a pretty drive.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Toronto with the ball after Luka Doncic's miss. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Somebody doesn't have rhythm.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Raptors. Dallas also making some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Marshall comes in for Thompson. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Kyrie Irving. Mavericks trail by 4. Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. Here's Grimes. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Faster quickly. Here's Fernando. Get the shot. And again, Toronto no up.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now. Pass to Olynyk. Onside, Barrett. Olynyk sets a screen for Barrett. Here's quickly. 5 on the clock. Will it go? Nailed from three-point land.
And quickly with a big time answer. Knocks down his own three.
The Mavericks leading. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thank you, David. Mavericks making a switch here. Exum's checked in. Pass to Grimes. Back to Exum. And here is Marshall. Dallas moving it around. Shot by Grimes. No good. And here's Toronto. They trail by 1. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 14 points for him. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Quickly. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Pass to Doncic. Here's Grimes. Back to Doncic. Quickly with it.
Just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
It's all tied in Toronto. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Kyrie Irving. Exum is out there with Derek Lively. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. Pulls it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA team and different accolades.
Yes, well said.
Well, Quentin Grimes remains a young player who is defense first. He can be a lockdown guy, and he's just continuing to build confidence offensively.
Both shots good from the stripe. Raptors with the lead. Brown feeling it out a bit. There's a screen. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Dick. Here's Pirtle. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
This team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
Here's Lively. An 11-point game for him in the win against Washington.
and he also made an impact on defense, guys. 3 block shots over the course of the game.
Grimes passes to Marshall. Irving for 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Driving in, goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Grimes. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Outside Irving. Cans it from downtown. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Excellent setup. The pre-shot preparation, getting into that catch-and-shoot game. We see it, Kyrie.
Here's Dick. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And Johns, nothing gets to work out like your phone. We're talking NBA. We're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a 3rd hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with it?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours. But this is what we signed up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second. Buries it from 3-point range.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Irving surveying the floor. Here's Hardy. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Hardy's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, you love the unselfish nature of Kyrie Irving. He understands it's his job to make the guys around him feel good and find them in their sweet spots.
For the 3, and again, Toronto with the triple.
That's his 5th 3-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Marshall. Here's Irving. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Brown.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Mavericks have gone only 2 of 7 for the field since the second quarter got underway. Hardy passes to Exum. Now, here's Marshall. Now, here is Irving. He has 5.
Well, you know that Kyrie is going to be looking for a shot in that situation. It isn't hard for him to find one ever, it seems.
Here's Abaji. It's up a 3. Rebounded by Exum. And it's Exum with the ball who will bring it up for the Mavericks. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Hardy. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Chris Boucher's checked in for Pirtle. Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. And he makes both free throws. Mavericks trail by 8. Down low. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Marshall. And it's 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. The three. And again, Toronto no up. Dallas has gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Yes, that goes in. And now it's just a 4-point Raptor lead.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
Pass to Abaji. And here's Boucher. The kick out to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Boucher sets a screen for Brown. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And here's Exum. Still scoreless. Pass to Washington. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates, always on time and on target.
Mavericks trail by 9. Here's Irving. 11 points in the game. There's a screen by Washington to the inside. To the left wing. A three, Marshall. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Raptors leading by 6. Pass to Brown. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Klay Thompson comes in for Exum. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Irving.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Gafford kicks to Thompson.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Marshall deciding where to go with it. Now here's Doncic, guarded closely. Washington, that's good.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Raptors leading by 6. Faster quickly. Olynyk with it. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. 37 points for him.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Washington passes to Gafford. Dallas moving the ball around. The three for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
That last three got under Luka's skin, and he decided to respond.
Pass to Boucher. Inside. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
This one for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now, here's Thompson. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
And so here's Toronto. After Luka Doncic's bucket. To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal.
IQ is fearless, baby. Absorbs the foul and continues on his way.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Quickly. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Dallas making a switch here. Exum's checked in. He's off on the second.
Well, think about this, guys. Early in his career, quickly finished second in 6th Man of the Year voting. He's also proven he can be a capable starter in this league. That's big-time value.
Olynyk finds quickly, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Raptors have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he drives in, out to Doncic. The shot from out on the wing, he knocks it down. Doncic has got 22 points. Toronto leading by 6. Pass to quickly. Now Olynyk. Back to quickly. Now Olynyk. Now Barrett. He's coming off a 31-point game against Oklahoma City.
For a good offensive player, you've got to take what the defense gives you. RJ does just that, settles into the mid-range.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Here's Doncic after R.J. Barrett's bucket. Quickly with it. He's got 8. .32 seconds left in the second quarter. He had a nice open look right there. And it's an 11-point Toronto lead.
And he is having an unbelievable game from three-point range. How long can he keep this up?
And here's Doncic from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Now, here's Quickly. And Thompson sends it back. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Off the inbound pass, gets the three-pointer to fall.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. There it is, bring up the shot. One more time. A round of applause for the participants.
Welcome, everybody. Before we talk about the first half, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
And with McCollum out, they're not going to be as explosive. Somebody else is going to have to fill their shoes.
And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Mavericks.
The free throw margin says a lot about this game. They're facing a defense that's dug in and looking way too comfortable.
Right now, they're playing like a bunch of scared puppies. Release the big dogs.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
They've got Barrett. Grady Dick is out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Abaji in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Abaji. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Doncic with the block. For 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Thompson outside. To the middle. Washington kicks to Doncic. From the arc. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Dick, covered by Irving. Dick can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 11. There's a screen by Washington. The 3 for Doncic. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Poeltl's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
It's Dick on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Shot clock at 3. Second chance shot. Out. to Barrett. Takes the three. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Gafford passes to Washington. Outside Irving. Hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got 14 points.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out, Doris, a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
And here are the Mavericks now. Raptors knocking down the tray. And Doncic gets it to go.
This guy is an absolute machine. Luka Doncic keeping his foot on the gas and giving the defense everything they can handle.
Pass to Dick. With the floater. Mavericks with the rebound. Outside Irving. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Raptors leading by 12. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. With the drive. And there it is for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Barrett.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
From deep. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Thompson dishes to Doncic. Thompson sets the pick for Doncic. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Barrett. Here's Abaji. The three-pointer no good. Thompson outside. Inside. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Kyrie Irving. Irving's gone 6 of 13 shooting tonight from the field. Pass to Abaji. Connects from three-point range. And the Raptors lead by 15.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Back to Doncic. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season. And here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days. And these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Well, you look at Doncic. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's Abaji. It's rebounded by Dallas. Washington's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thompson surveying the floor. Washington passes to Gafford. Washington sets the pick for Gafford. To the paint. Here's Doncic. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Pass to Brown. That one good for 2. Brown's got 5 points so far.
I'll tell you guys, sometimes it feels like Bruce Brown prefers to score through contact. He loves those kinds of challenges.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here's Doncic. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. From 10 feet out. Bank shot, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Screen by Pirtle. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Doncic kicks to Washington. Pass to Thompson. Launches it. Thompson with the 3.
This guy is on the short list of the all-time great three-point shooters. Klay Thompson's stroke is flawless.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's ready to talk things through with the team. A different look for Dallas. Marshall comes in for Washington. And it's Exum in for Kyrie Irving. Toronto leading by 14. Quickly the pass to Brown. Pass to Quickly. Brown with it. From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about Bruce Brown showing off a bit of range right there? How confident is that three-point shooting right now?
Floats it up for Doncic. That shot off the mark.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
And the first one drops. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. So he gets them both. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at punting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, two guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team. And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And the dunk by Doncic.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka House.
Fades back. That one wide left.
Yeah, and the height disadvantage there forced them into a really tough shot. Tried to fade away, but just couldn't pull it off.
Now, here's Exum. Nothing on the board. Up top, Lively. Pass to Doncic. Doncic refusing to quit on that play.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Over to the left wing. Good, he hits again.
And it's 60 points again. Can't believe he's done it now 3 times.
I mean, right, 3 times. He's now tied for the third most 60-point games in a single campaign. Exum the bounce pass. Thompson outside. Dallas moving it around. Marshall inside the three-point line. And it's Dallas with another. 1:29 left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Launches a 3. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Thompson with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Took him no time at all on that one. Doncic has got 40 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And another one falls. Amazing. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 15 points here in the second half.
Yeah, an offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
And here is Quickly. 11 points in the game. Olynyk, a screen on Doncic. And here's Quickly for 3. And so it's Toronto with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Then there's Irving, and it's Marshall in at the small forward position. Outside Irving. Off target from three-point range. Here's Quickly. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Quickly's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Toronto. Here's Grimes. Pass to Lively. The kick out to Irving. Over Quickly. Irving misses. Toronto leading by 18. And Barrett gets it to go.
Oh, that's some big-time grit by R.J. Barrett. You want some contact on me, I can finish anyway.
On the wing, Irving. All sorts of time. Another miss by Irving.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Back to Barrett from deep three-point territory. The shot, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Grimes passes to Washington. Marshall sets a screen for Washington. Pass to Irving. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Olenek's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Quickly looking it over. Now, here's Barrett. Doors, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season.
And that one falls for Barrett. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
You know, certainly we've seen R.J. Barrett productive as a scorer. I think the key for him moving forward is just be as efficient as possible.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Attention fans, now on the court for our squad. Get loud and let them hear it. We love to give away shirts to our loudest fans. Now is that time to grab a free shirt.
Here's Grimes. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Now, here is Irving after R.J. Barrett's miss. And he comes up with the deuce.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
And Doris, at last season's trading deadline, Dallas making moves for Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington.
Kevin, this was cool in a couple of ways. For P.J. Washington, a hometown kid. For Daniel Gafford, he grew up 4 hours away. But most importantly, these two guys fit like a glove around the incredible Luka Doncic. Sometimes roster construction just works beautifully.
He dialed that one up from long distance. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Pirtle finds quickly. Back to Pirtle. Onside Barrett. Screen by Pirtle. Barrett, no good. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Irving against quickly. 6 to shoot. And it's Irving missing. Raptors leading by 19 points. Now, quickly. Pass to Mitchell. Now Boucher.
Well, you see Boucher willing to take a hit if it means getting to the free throw line. Nice job, Chris.
Second team foul. At the line for your Raptors, Chris Boucher. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Well, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Here's Mitchell following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Pass to quickly to the inside. Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I think this guy's a threat to throw it down every time Pirtle gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
Now here's Gafford. Back to Irving. Thompson outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, nice play by Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters in the catch-and-shoot game.
Quickly with it. Mitchell passes to Barrett. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trail by 17. Pass to Exum. Back to Irving. Takes a 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's. It's Barrett on the wing. Covered by Irving. And that one's good quickly.
That's It's about activity, determination, quickly finishing strong.
Washington with it. Back to Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
First one falls for him.
What's amazing about Kyrie Irving is if you ask a broad section of players who their favorite is to watch, many will tell you it's Kyrie.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Abaji's checked in, and Dick subbed in for Davion Mitchell. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
One thing that stands out about Kyrie Irving, obviously, his creativity, especially when it comes to his handle, as good as it gets.
Here's Dick. And it's quickly missing. Stolen by Quickly.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Pass to Pirtle. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Barrett kicks to Pirtle. Here's Abaji. And it's off from three-point range.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Now here's Irving. On the wing, Doncic. Quickly covering. Quickly against Doncic. Buries it down low. Doncic has got 44. Pass to Abaji. Back to Quickly. That shot off. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 15. Now Washington. The kick out to Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, another tin cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Now here is Pirtle. Pass to Abaji. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. And the Raptors making a change here.
Number 28.
Trying to get something going. Good. Another from three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
And Toronto has possession after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. And Barrett gets it to go.
This is a relentless scorer who is unafraid to work on the inside. In the paint, RJ making his presence felt.
Pass to Washington. Irving kicks to Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his fifth assist in this one.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Dick. Here's Abaji. There's the triple. Connects again from distance.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
Good on the triple.
Boy, you better have a lot of confidence to shoot from that deep. Doncic, yes, sir.
Pass to Dick. Hurdle with a screen on Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The three ball. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 22 is their biggest lead. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Abaji, the pass to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Hurdle sets the pick for Barrett. Tries again, and it's finished off inside by Hurdle. Hurdle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Toronto.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Be louder than every person in your section. Get a shirt. It's that simple. Let's hear it, fans. All right, fans, time to fire off some t-shirts. Here's one. If you want a t-shirt, I need to hear you at your very loudest. Who wants one?
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. .115 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Fernando. Back to Mitchell. Chalk up 2 there. Mitchell's got his first points of the night. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Grimes passes to Dinwiddie. Lets the three fly. Abaji pulls it in.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Brown outside. That's to Fernando. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Dinwiddie against Mitchell. Here's Grimes. Here's the three. It's not going to go for him. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Hey, yo, bad play.
This man really almost scored more points than Kobe. Unreal. Good job, MP. I see.
MP's an elite shooter already. To come into the league and knock down threes like that, I'm impressed.